from Season 3, Episode 6, Scar Tissue continues to explore the fallout from the night Tabitha Matthews, Catalina Sandino Moreno, returned to town, along with several new and shocking revelations. Unresolved issues within the Matthews family rise to the surface again, serving as a reminder of how they ended up in the town in the first place. They are not the only members of From's cast of characters who are struggling between the recent tragedies and a heightened feeling of hopelessness. Despite all the deaths in From Season 3, not everyone has lost hope, though. Jade, David Alpery, continues to search for answers and connect the various clues that have emerged, convinced that he is on the precipice of a breakthrough. Elgin, Nathan D. Simmons, uses the camera he found with Julie Matthews, Hannah Sheramy, to take pictures of everyone in Colony House as part of a fun, community-building project. Even Kenny Liu, Ricky He, finds a new beginning despite the devastating loss of his mother, Tianchen Liu, Elizabeth Moe. Tabitha had nightmares of the town when she was a child. Miranda wasn't the only who saw the town beforehand. When Tabitha sees Jade's drawings of From's wooden statues in the woods, she asks him if he also saw 3 large red stones configured in a circle. Tabitha explains that when she was a child, she had a recurring nightmare in which she encountered the 3 red stones and the wooden statues. Her nightmare reveals that Victor's mother, Miranda, was not the only person who had visions of the town before becoming trapped there. While the full meaning of this discovery needs to be further explored, it confirms the long-held suspicion that the town does not trap individuals randomly. At least 2 of the individuals who became trapped were already connected to the town beforehand, with Tabitha's connection happening decades earlier. What remains unclear is why the town targeted these specific individuals. Miranda and Tabitha are likely not the only ones who had visions before becoming trapped as well. Jim and Tabitha are arguing again. Lingering resentments resurface. Given all the horrors they have had to endure, it is easy to forget that Jim Matthews, Ian Bailey, and Tabitha were going to get divorced, only to end up trapped in the town with Julie and Ethan, Simon Webster. The issues that led to the impending divorce resurface as Jim and Tabitha begin angrily arguing again, beginning with Tabitha being frustrated by Jim's empty reassurances that everything will be okay when he cannot possibly know that. It continues to escalate with Jim sharing how much he resented Tabitha leaving them in From Season 2's ending. The argument reached its boiling point with Jim accusing Tabitha of wanting a divorce so she could run away from the trauma of losing their son, Thomas, instead of trying to keep the family together. This is a reminder that the issues between Jim and Tabitha were never solved, but simply placed on hold during their fight to survive. Between this scene and the phone calls earlier in the season of a voice claiming to be Thomas, it also seems as though their deceased son still has a role to play in future episodes. Fatima isn't pregnant. The source of her cravings remains a mystery. Thanks to the fully stocked ambulance that brought Tabitha back to the town, Christy, Chloe Van Landshut, and Moriel, Kaylin Ohm, now have an ultrasound machine at the medical clinic. They use the ultrasound to examine the pregnancy of Fatima Pega Ghafouri, as she and Ellis, Courtion Moore, are concerned that something is wrong with the baby given Fatima's unnatural cravings for rotten crops and human blood. To everyone's surprise, the ultrasound shows that Fatima is not pregnant. Instead of being pregnant, Fatima may have been infected by the town, which would explain her recent dietary choices. It is also possible that Fatima is pregnant, but not with a human child, and not in a way that can be detected by an ultrasound. Both of these possibilities present dark futures for Fatima, who is beyond the help of Christy and Moriel's medical expertise. There is something sinister happening inside of Fatima, and without knowing what it is, she may be powerless to stop it from destroying her.